And this is This Week in Football, presented by Geico. Time to talk a little Giants football after the win against the Falcons and already looking ahead to Green Bay. Of course, Giants played the Packers earlier this year at MetLife Stadium, lost that game, a close loss, but now, of course, it has to be about the improvements. What improvements can the Giants make to get the win this time, Aaron?
Well, I think the first thing they're going to do is they're going to run the ball better. I think that's going to be very exciting to see these guys run the ball. The offensive line's playing better together. The second thing is they're going to put pressure on the quarterback up front, which will cover up that secondary.
You know, I think that the Giants improved pass rush the last 3 weeks, where they have a bunch of sacks against the Cowboys and the Jets. They had a total of 11 in those two games, and then they got to Matt Ryan twice on Sunday in the divisional playoffs. They have to exhibit the same type of pass rush pressure on Aaron Rodgers just to slow him down. Because I'll tell you what, when the ball hits the ground, when he's throwing it, you almost think it's a mistake that, wait, did I really just see that? Because he's been nearly perfect this year.
Well, and one thing to really keep an eye on in that regard is the health of Green Bay Packers left tackle Chad Clifton. He didn't play in that first game, and they gave him a couple snaps in the last game of the regular season just as a tune-up for this game. But he'll be the guy at left tackle blocking either Jason Pierre-Paul or Osi Umenyiora. He's got to try to find a way to protect Aaron Rodgers' backside. And how Clifton plays will go a long way for that Packers offensive line.
How about the confidence this Giant team has right now? You know, usually it's the Jets who are doing a lot of the talking. After the win against the Falcons, Jason Pierre-Paul says we're going to win this game. Where's the confidence level with this Giants team? Because it seems right now from the outside to be at an all-time high.
Well, they do have a lot of confidence. But the thing with the Jason Pierre-Paul, if you ask him a question, he answers it. If he says, what's he supposed to say? Oh, I think they're going to beat us pretty badly. You know, he's going to say we're going to beat them. Of course, that's what you're supposed to say. But what gives them confidence is the way their defensive line's playing, the pressure they're putting on the quarterback, and the ability to run the ball. It's something that they're last in the league running the ball. All of a sudden, they start to run it, and Brandon Jacobs looks like the Brandon Jacobs of old.
Well, and the one thing I think that, you know, we need to mention as well, I think the Giants, you talked about confidence, Gordon, they might be the most confident team in the league right now. I mean, the Saints are probably up there with them as well. But 3 straight games where it's all been on the line, all the attention has been on the Giants, and they've dominated. I mean, you can't help but get confident. You beat the Jets, everybody's watching. You beat the Cowboys. You beat the Falcons in the playoffs. Heck yeah, they're confident.
And they should be now. I mean, after, you know, playing elimination games the last 3 weeks, like you said, Ross, they've come through each week. But now, without question, this is the toughest challenge yet out of the last month of the season.
And, of course, the Giants did lose to the Packers earlier this year, but as the Giants know from a couple of years ago, it's not how you start, it is how you're finished. We're finished for now. Of course, you can catch us all season long. This Week in Football, presented by Geico. See you next time.